If you have dyslexia and ADHD, and also a propensity to go on many, many side quests while you're working on a singular main project, are those side quests the result of the dyslexia or the ADHD? Fully differentiating this out is kind of impossible, but I'm going to give you kind of a rough idea of how I would do it based on both what I know about dyslexia and ADHD. With ADHD, those side quests are kind of going to be the result of both looking for or seeing something that is novel or new or different or that draws your attention, in your executive functioning being like, hey, we're just going to roll with it. We saw it and now we're already here working on it. Versus with dyslexia, because so many dyslexic individuals struggle with automaticity, which is just the ability to do something automatically or without thinking, it makes it so that when we're working on things, we're always thinking about the process. We're like, okay, how am I doing this? And that can result in near infinite tinkering. Because if I'm thinking about how I'm doing what I'm doing, I can almost always think of a way that I could be doing it better. And therefore, I will go on a side quest to improve on the main project. Now, there's nuance here. Because with either of those things, like they are not exclusively true. As in, a person with dyslexia or just dyslexia could do something purely because it was novel and new and they got distracted. Just like somebody with ADHD could go on a side quest because they were like, ooh, I could make this thing to make this more efficient. Here we go. And therefore, you can't fully differentiate it. And that becomes even more complicated based on how so many people with one also have the other. As in, there are a lot of people with both dyslexia and ADHD. So, in the end, I would argue it doesn't as much matter that we fully differentiate it, especially if you have both. What matters is that you figure out, how do I make this actually work in my life? Like, if I have a propensity to always go on these side quests, how do I figure out how to make it so that I go on the ones that are valuable, but I also put things in place so that I don't always go on the ones that will just keep me from finishing that main project?